Good morning, day 118. It is 6:45, and I'm retrieving my bear vault, and I've just started packing up my tent. I had really wanted to leave at 7 a.m., but I was very tired this morning. My alarm went off. Last night, my knee felt really bruised, so even though I was like, everything else feels fine but my nose, my kneecap, my left kneecap is really bruised. I think it's okay. I think it's okay for walking. It's just like a little bit tender. Yeah, today is a big day, so we got to get going. It's almost 8 a.m. and the frogs, they're croaking. I'm like, that doesn't sound like a peeping sound. That's a croaking sound. We are packed up and getting ready to go. Shoe update. I like my new shoes and insoles. They're working great. My glasses stay on my face even without this bar. But I can't use the wire that I usually use like to hang them around my neck, which is very sad to me. This is a nice post. It's new and each side has this AT logo carved into it. It's really pretty. We're here at the road crossing with the Blue Ridge Parkway. There's a trash can. I'm so excited. It's a pretty wooded overlook compared to what we've seen before. I opened up the trash and there's this praying mantis. Oh, it's looking at me. Hello there, little buddy. I do not want to smush you. I might have to move you. There's the praying mantis. It's a really pretty mountain laurel tunnel. Very large mushroom. Pretty cool. We made it to the 800-mile mark. Woohoo! Congratulations! Yay! We have stopped at a pooling spring. We've hiked 3.5 miles. We're having snacks, tanking up with water. We've been seeing these signs since we left the James River yesterday. This is pretty cool. Amherst County Public Safety has organized the AT into sections so that if you call 911 for help and you remember which section you're in, they'll have an easier time finding you. This is the Peddler River Bridge. Ooh, it's very bouncy. When we are both walking on it at the same time, it's a funny bounce. There's a toad, a frog right there. He's hiding pretty well in that grass. There he is. So that water through there is the Lynchburg Reservoir. And I can see the dam. And that's the Peddler River. I don't know if there's a better view later. We walk along the reservoir for a little while. The clanking sound is my cook pot attached to the outside of my pack because today I needed a way to scoop water out of a pooling spring, and my cook pot is the only thing I have that works well for that. It's just clanking along. The AT is crossing this road here, and the way they show you not to go up, Okay, on one side, so many logs and branches. On the other side, just a very, very large log. Oh, I think they took that log from right here. We are actually on a new AT or a rerouted one. And when we look at the Far Out app, our blue dot is not on the trail in Far Out. So they've done a trail reroute that's not updated in Far Out yet. But it's very clear that this is the actual AT. There's a chance we might actually end up at a waterfall, which the old AT did not go to. So we've been walking through all this trail that looks really new, freshly cut. Sections where it's obviously rerouted. We can see some old trail. And then this just looks like a lot of destruction with a brand new bridge. Wow. It's a really cool looking creek. Oh, wow. This bridge is narrow at the bottom and wider at the top. And it looks and smells new. Wow. A lot of downed trees here. I wonder what happened. So we've just hiked from there and we came to this spot where they've blocked this old trail, and that's a creek crossing, and that's the old AT. We can see it in Far Out that now going forward, going north, we're back on the red line in Far Out. So that whole thing was a reroute, and we're just so curious about why they rerouted it. Maybe it was for the sole purpose of that bridge.
That's what I was just thinking. I was like, maybe they just have high water here and
yeah,
cross, so
right.
make a bridge.
That's amazing. That was a huge project.
Yeah.
Thanks to the trail crew and all the folks who did that. We are at Brown Mountain Creek Shelter. It's just uphill from the creek, and we stopped here so that we could sit down at a picnic table to eat our lunch. Including the access trail to the Punch Bowl shelter where we stayed, we've walked 9.7 miles, and it took us 6 hours. So that's pretty good. There was a little less than 1,500 feet of ascent, and we still have nearly 2,500 feet of up to go. And we have to hike that in the next 4.7 miles. So it's a lot of up. But we have 6.3 miles total left to get to Cow Camp Gap Shelter, which is where we're going, and it's 0.6 off the AT, so that's a significant side trail. But we're doing pretty well. We are finishing up our water collection. That is water until we get to the shelter, and I remembered finally to change my socks. I forgot to do it at lunch. So now I have on dry socks for the remainder of the hike, which is nice. A little raspberry snack on the climb up the hill. It's a heart-shaped log. Crossing Route 60. I have very, very exciting news. My glasses, I got the frames at Costco, and I just called Costco and they have the exact same frames, and they're going to be able to transfer my lenses to a new set of frames. And I'm going to be able to go there in 2 days. This is total relief. I'm just really excited. And now we're going to climb up for the next 2.7 miles. How many feet did I say? 2,900?
A lot.
A lot. I probably won't take any video unless we see a pretty flower. Taking a break, which is hard to do because there's so much poison ivy, but we found a rock and I have a log. And we've been 1.1 miles in an hour. It was 814 feet of ascent, and we still have 1.7 to go to the top of Bald Knob. It's pretty hard. It's 5 o'clock. These are the first flowers I've noticed. To be fair, there could have been others, and I was looking at my feet. More flowers. These are those happy ones we've been seeing for a while. This is a lot of columbine. Look at that. That one plant has so many blooms. And thank goodness for Luna Moth. She's the only one noticing. I'm just looking at my feet. There are so many flowers. Okay, there's these white ones. And then there are those pink ones back there. Is that a bleeding heart? I don't have my glasses on.
I don't think so.
Pretty view. We had decided earlier we were gonna take our packs off at the top of Bald Knob, like once we were done with all the climbing up. But we happened to know that the top of Bald Knob is not bald. And we got to this gorgeous view. So, sitting on a rock, and Luna Moth noticed all these succulents. Look at that. That's amazing. They're so pretty. We're just enjoying the views. It's been a big flower day. Turk's cap lily. That's very pretty. There's a butterfly on the bottom of that Turk's cap lily. Oh my gosh. The butterfly just went over to the neighboring Turk's cap lily. These mushrooms are very colorful. I'm not sure if they're chicken of the woods or not. Here's our turnoff. Cow Camp Shelter. Look how pretty that trail is. More yellow flowers, but different yellow flowers. These are bigger. So, what's special about this shelter?
It's the very first AT shelter I ever saw, and the first time I ever saw a thru hiker.
Oh my god, that's so cool!
I just didn't remember it from name. I just had to be here.
That's so awesome! Okay, there's the privy, and here's the shelter. And there's a picnic table. And the tenting area is up that trail. And so we're just deciding like what to do first and all that.
Yeah.
This is the tenting area. And there's this nice spot over here with lots of sitting places. We can cook our dinner here. And I'm scoping out where I'd like to put up my tent. Grass or dirt. All right, here's our dinner setup. We got all these logs and stones. And Luna Moth is putting potato flakes in her leftover ramen liquid. Mm-hmm. And I'm still waiting for my water to boil. And I'm making this peanut noodle soup that I made at home with some added chicken. And things are a little bit strewn about. There's Luna Moth's tent, and there's mine. We're eating dinner, and we will get ready for bed really soon after that because it is already 8:30.